1925 to the 2013s. Unlucky working done, fucking us from beyond the grave, building a nation, fucking slave beyond the grave, but building a nation of slaves. Ding dong merrily on high as she passes by, the BBC glorify the legacy of a witch, old hag, old bitch, who stole from the poor to give to the rich. The number one counterfeit phony, sued by Cameron and his blue-nosed cronies. Osborne, go, plastic spit pun. Don't forget Clegg, that spineless cunt. Look at Osborne, he has a tear in his eye. On closer inspection, you can see it's a lie. Clear as a microscopic grain of cocaine while you watch the games injecting venom in your vein. St. Paul's toilet, snorting powder while he feeds you the public bullshit chowder. The sun reading chumps, gobbling up junk. The Daily Mail spewing yet more gunk. Wake up, Britons, this mirror should deceive. Put your drags and your hoes and into the street. Tory ideology is alive and strong, and it's time to rise up and right this wrong. We didn't even elect these cunts, yet they siphon off our taxes and we bear the brunt. Bankers are bailed out to the tune of trillions, while slave labour is forced upon ordinary civilians. Better be afraid, very afraid, because you're living in the shade of a Thatcher age. Milk snatcher, industry snatcher, benefit snatcher, Jimmy Savile's spunk catcher. Better be afraid, very afraid, because you're living in the shade of a Thatcher age. Milk snatcher, industry snatcher, benefit snatcher, Jimmy Savile's spunk catcher. The bitch was vicious, didn't give a hoot. So why the £10 million war thing salute? Guns and rockets, gold-lined pockets. When we've got nothing, they say fuck it. Houses of Parliament is the place to be. So fuck the disabled people and the elderly. And your kids are robbed of a pension. By the way, I forgot to mention NHS, N stands for non-existent. Privatisation in the face of resistance. They didn't give a fuck, they got more money to make, more cakes to bake. Dying of cancer, they got more life to take. Cameron, sitting on millions, claimed DLA, but he says you have to work in Poundland to earn your stay. They look after themselves while you stack shelves. 50 hours a week, just time for sleep. You get home, no pay, collapse and weep. How could this happen since slavery's abolition? Working in these conditions, fuck your ambitions. Go and see a mortician. Better be afraid, very afraid.